Welcome to part 2 on the two-part series of how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Last episode we solved the first layer. This episode we're solving the last two layers, or in general, solving the cube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell and hit the like button down below. Let's get into this. Now the second layer is a little bit trickier. So first you need to find a couple of edges over here that do not have any yellow on them. As you can see, two of them had yellow and two of them did not, and there's a couple of them that are actually put in there which we need to bring down. So first find one of these edges, okay? Now what you need to do is make the colors align so it forms from a small T to a nice large T that you can see. So now you need to worry about the color on the bottom. The color on the bottom over here, what I'm seeing is red. It may be different for you because it's going to be different T's, but it's red right now. And look around the cube to see what side is red next to it. And this happens to be a red. So the algorithm, I'm posting it right over here, is bring it away from the color it's supposed to be at. Bring this side down, bring it back to where it was originally, and then bring this back up. And now what you want to do is turn the cube to the side facing the color that was on the bottom. Now you're going to do the algorithm that we did to just get the corner back in. So bring it away, bring it down, and bring it back to the side, then bring it back up. And as you can see, the edge went from being over here from a large T to over here fitting perfectly with the others. Now you're going to do that with the other ones, and I'm still going to guide you. So this would happen to be a large T. If it isn't already a large T, make it so that when you move the bottom one, it's going to form the large T. Now again, you can see the bottom color over here is blue, and blue is on that side, and that's green. So bring it away, bring it down, bring it back, and then bring this up. Now same, put the piece back in like you usually do for putting the corner up there. And now as you can see, we got that other one in too. Now we're running into a slow issue. The thing now that you're seeing is that all of these are yellows. So you may not have that problem. If you don't have that problem, you're just gonna follow along with what I did before to solve the second layer. But you're running into a little issue right now. You're seeing that all of them are yellow, and there are no pieces which don't have yellow on them, and they're already inserted. Might be swap, might be in a different position where it's the last one. So all you're gonna need to do is just take a random yellow piece and do the same algorithm to insert it into that. So pretend like that bottom color is actually that color. So you're gonna bring it away, bring it down, bring it back to the side, bring it up, and then same, put it back together. Now as you can see, that piece is now implemented, and now when you move to the bottom, you can see how that piece is now out of it. So now all you're gonna need to do is do the same algorithm. Now this time it's on the other side. So again, it's not the same side that you move it every time. Look at the color on the bottom. Look at that side which matches with the color on the bottom. Bring it away, bring it down, bring it back to the side, bring it up, and then just put the corner piece back in, and this will automatically go into its place. And now the last piece should be there. If it isn't, do the same thing like I did before. And as you can see, the second layer is now complete. The cube looks a lot more finished than it did in the first episode. Now we're going to continue on to the last layer, and this is the layer which is going to solve the cube. This is the last layer you're going to need to do. Okay, so you might have a couple of different instances. Follow with me. You might have a yellow line, you might already have a cross, which is good, or you might have this position. Or if you don't have any of those, you might just have only a yellow dot and all of the edges are flipped. So if you have a yellow dot, just follow with me, okay? If you have a yellow dot, even though I don't, you can hold the cube in any which way possible. It's not going to change it. All you're going to need to do is bring the face to this side, so the white is on that side. Bring the right up, and then side. Bring this one back down. Bring this back to the side, and then bring it back up like this, like so. And now I happen to have a line. So people with the line, now it's your turn to show. Now people who had a dot, you might have the thing that I had previously. So that's what you need to do. I don't think I told you this, but the way the position you're supposed to hold it when you have the little upside down L is you're supposed to hold it the way that I did. One of the edges should be on your right hand, and the other edge should be facing you, which is how it's supposed to be. And now people with the line, do not do the algorithm with the line vertical. Do the line horizontally and do the same algorithm. Remember, the algorithm is posted up here. Bring it to the side, bring the right up, bring the top to the side, bring the right down, side, and then solve white again. And now, as you can see, you have a cross. And people who had a cross earlier, good, because you're in the right position. Now, you may come with a couple of different instances. Right here, I happen to have when you're just move the top layer, okay, until you find one of the pieces aligned. But you should have 2 or all of them aligned. If you have all, just stick around until I get to that point. But you just have to try to make it so that 2 of them are aligned. And once you get that 2 of them are aligned, if you have the position where one of the sides is facing that way and another one is aligned directly next to it, then you're gonna make it so that the 2 that are unsolved are facing you. And again, like the yellow, like that, you're gonna keep one of them facing you, and on your right side you're gonna keep the other unsolved one. Now if you don't have this position, and you actually have, when you align it, they're both opposite from each other, you're gonna keep one of the sides that are unsolved facing you, and then the other one should be directly across from you. So that's what you're gonna need to do. And then do this algorithm. The algorithm is supposed to be right over here. Right, top twice, down, side, up, side, down. And then you're gonna be like, it didn't do anything. Just turn it to the side once, and now all of them are aligned. Now, if you had both of them across, when you turn it, you're gonna see how you had the position I had before, when only 2 of them were solved. So just do the same algorithm again, the same way I did it. Now, people who had everything aligned, you're in a good position, because now the last thing you need to solve are the corners. Some of you may be in the position like my position, where none of the corners are actually in the right place. So what you're gonna do if none of them are in the right place is just go up, side, up, the other up, the other way side, down, side, down, side. Now, again, it doesn't look like all of them are solved. Now, if you did have one solved, I'm getting to that point, okay? So just stick around. Now, just look if you turn any of the corners. Just look for that. If you turn any of the corners, will it be solved? Now, if you have all of them, you're actually in a really good place to be. But if you have only one of them, like I do, you're gonna do this algorithm. Now, if you have none of them, actually, you're just going to do the previous algorithm again. Now the algorithm you're going to need to do is you're going to make the yellow onto your right side, and then just do this algorithm. It's posted right over here. Up, side, side, down, side, up, side, down. No, don't turn your cube yet. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Up, side, side, down, side, up, side, down, and be sure to follow the algorithm that's posted right up there. Now, as you can see, we have one corner solved. and all the other corners are not solved. So you're gonna do the same algorithm again as before. But before you do that, keep the solved corner onto your right side. Do up, side, down, side, down, side. And still nothing is solved. So if you've had that, do this. If only you had that, do this again. Up, side, down, side. And your cube may be solved, and I'm going to show you what you do if your cube is not solved. If your cube is not solved, you may run into a couple of more positions. Maybe 2 of them are solved on opposite sides, or 2 of them are solved right next to each other. If 2 of them are solved right next to each other, hang in, I'm gonna get to that point. So if 2 of them are solved on this side, again, keep one of the yellow sides facing your right side, and then do the other algorithm. Up, side, down, side, up, side, down, up, side, down, side, up, side, down. And now you can see that you got 2 of them solved right next to each other, but 2 of them are not solved. Now again, you might run into a couple of different positions. You may get 2 of them are right on the side of each other, or they're both facing you. If they're both facing you, don't make one of them face the side, because then you're going to get to the previous position I was just in. Don't do that. People who have their 2 yellow pieces on the side, do this algorithm. Up, side, or actually, no. Before I do that, if people also with their yellow facing them, do this algorithm. Make the 2 facing each other on facing this side, and do this algorithm. Up, side, down, side, up, side, down, up, side, down, side, up, side, down. And people with their cube on the side, your cube will be solved. But people who are had the 2 yellow facing themselves, they're in the position that we were just in. Do the algorithm again, and then your cube will be solved. Watching how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube Part 2, or the whole thing. Hope you have a nice day.